Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Darshana, go ahead.
Yeah. So this lady, she is around 42 years of age and obese, and she's been complaining of heel pain. She had a right heel pain a few years ago, and recently, I think a month ago, she's in Pune, but a month ago she started with the left heel pain, which aggravated after she changed her footwear. She was wearing shoes and then she had changed her shoes, and after that the pain has aggravated. So she has been attending a therapist in Pune, where ISTM and matrix, and I think dry needling was also done. Not sure about the all the therapies, but then yes, no, I mean, I would say a hip core strengthening was done, because she had sent me a few exercises, the video exercises, but nothing for the foot and ankle. So while the session today, I was really curious, like, because she's been advised, like, okay, the no exercises for the foot and ankle is needed. Uh, as we say, interdependence, yes, of course, it is important. If the core is weak, then of course everything is affected. But the main concentration, apart from the core, I think the eccentric work of the muscles, like, differentiation and eccentrically working, because uh, she has pain. Not only, I mean, walking, there's not much of a pain, but her main issue is sit to stand. She complains of pain. So that was the thing. I have the pics of her foot and a video of her walking. I just asked her to send me that. So she has sent. I mean, I would be happy to share with you that, and maybe then we can talk about certain things, maybe what is being missed, and if we can do something for her other than what she has been receiving as per the exercises should be concerned. So I'll share you the pics on the WhatsApp.
Okay, you're not sharing the screen and putting the pics.
Okay, I'll share the screen then. 1 minute. Yeah. Mm, 1 minute. Yeah. I'll just send you. Mm, yeah. Yeah. So can you see this? I mean, this is the left leg which is affected.
But right is also hyperpronated.
Yes, right is also.
He's also having a tibia vara and yeah, next. But if you see, left is the heel is inverted.
Yes. Yeah, if I zoom. Yes.
Okay. You can see that curvature.
Yes. Yes, the heel is inverted. Yeah.
The rear foot, but midfoot may be pronating. Okay.
Yes.
And the forefoot is definitely abducted. It may be the angle of the pic, so it is showing like too many toes sign. Or it may be the rotation of the hip also. Okay.
Yeah.
Because this picture, that is why whenever we need to take a picture, what we need to first do is, for example, this line should be horizontal. Okay. The reference line, which is the tile. So that should be like this.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
And then there should be a wall. Okay. And there should be vertical lines. Okay. Right. In the background. Okay. So in the floor, there is horizontal lines, and in the wall, there are vertical lines. Okay. When it is there, then only you can comment on the alignment. Otherwise, it will be just an approximate assumption. Okay. Right. Because every view will change a lot of perspectives. Yeah.
Yes. So just a minute. I'll stop this share and I'll share other one also, which I have.
Either way, a static alignment Next one will come to dynamic alignment. So it's important to see that palpate and during the functional activities, how the bones are behaving, how the rear foot, midfoot, and forefoot is behaving.
So that's the
so dynamic palpation and dynamic movement assessment is important with palpation.
Yeah, if we can see the left
This is
foot
again a view which is like you cannot comment much. Okay. You may be having a hyperextension with maybe a gastrocnemius tightness and all those things. Okay, with the pronation. You can also see here the mid-tarsal versus the hallux valgus. But this is the unaffected side, right side.
Right side is unaffected, yeah. Left side is.
So that is why I'm telling that view is not actually projecting the left. So the left should have been there and it has to be horizontal. Okay, so there's no point in discussing where you find that the angle is not the proper one for the postural analysis. Okay, the line has to be horizontal. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how will you have a reference point? Okay. Where will you actually see for?
Yes.
Just one. If you want a lateral view, that means one is medial arch, other is lateral arch. Okay. If in that also, lateral view, if you are seeing, one foot is forward, other is backwards. But the reference line should be horizontal and vertical is there. So I can see tibia is anterior or posterior. And I can also see that navicula is higher or not. Okay, compared to the opposite side. So we need both the sides the picture. Left medial, right medial, bipedal stance versus unipedal stance. As all were discussed in the ankle sprains and the plantar heel pain. So there's nothing new. Okay? You don't have to ask what more to do unless you have done everything in that. Okay? And nothing is done. We know that dynamic palpation not done. We know that the movement assessment is not segregating the rear foot to the forefoot. Then after that, what is there to ask? Okay? So the next thing when you see for heel pain means definitely you have to plantar heel pain means it is a forefoot, midfoot, rear foot. So between that, if it's not seen, especially in a pronated foot where you are supposed to see supinated foot, you can see hip, knee, ankle. Okay. In a pronated foot, you see for forefoot, midfoot, and rear foot. So think of what is called as everything that has been discussed. Okay, nothing else actually to add on. Unless you have done everything, then you ask what is there to add on. Okay. This is actually a patient who was treated somewhere and then the pictures are there. You are able to see. So there's nothing to discuss about this. Because what you need to do is actually the foundation, what you have the knowledge. So there is a master classes and you have done that. So you do that. Then only the discussion comes. Okay.
So now I'll be seeing a patient maybe after 15 days.
As you evaluate, then you are getting findings. Then you experiment the treatments. Be it articular techniques or it is myofascial techniques. As I was highlighting that windlass effect or the double stance, that walking where the symptom comes. It is squatting means squatting why it should create a heel pain. Okay. So try to evaluate functionally more better. Okay.
Yes.
And
I'll
see that the subject will open up to tell better history.
Yes.
And then plan for whether there is an intervention that is needed. Because if both sides there is abnormal alignment, symptom is there on one side, you should think of nothing major. Okay. So if it is only one side, the alignment is grossly abnormal and that is the side which is symptomatic, you can think of it. Okay.
Yes.
So that is why as you highlighted that core strengthening, it's separately core strengthening. What is the use? We give the core activation in the lunging, in the squatting, in the sit stand. Okay. So there's totally a big difference in the approach. Okay.
Yes.
So
I will evaluate her. Yeah, I will evaluate her as per our protocols, whatever we have learned, and then we'll get back to you with this case.
Yeah. Definitely, you'll see that treatments are also there. I've already told all the treatments. So use the treatments and see how it helps. Okay.
Yes.
Automatically, you will find the relief if you are using that. Okay. If you're not using it, you will not know where to begin from. What is the problem? What is this? Okay. You can't just see a picture and then tell that the movie story. Okay.
Yeah.
It is like a teaser or a trailer. Okay.
Yeah.
Or no, with that, how can you tell the story? Okay.
No, I just wanted to highlight that it's like it was like a halfway treatment. What is she's being taking? You know, like
So this
I
is
mean,
usual.
when we
This is
learn,
typical.
yeah,
Understood. If people change the city, so they will have to change the therapist. Otherwise, if progression is not as per expectation, they will change the therapist. Or because of lockdown, because of other family function schedule discontinued. After that, she went to the clinic. That time, the therapist was on holiday. So then they will come to another therapist. Okay, they change therapist. There's nothing wrong in that. Okay. You need not inquire anything about the old things what the other therapist was doing unless and until there is documentation. Okay, there is something which is written by the therapist, and you know that therapist personally. Then you can call and ask. Okay, and you know that the instruction was similar line of thought. If they are different, means what is the point in asking that? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So think of you have to start as fresh and see as it observes. If the patient tells that already that treatment was going on, I want the same treatment, means that is treatment patient choice.
No.
So you go by that autonomy, the patient centered. Okay? So you cannot do anything extra if the patient tells that I want the same therapy. Okay?
Same therapy.
Either you refer to the other therapist who can give the same therapy without assessing, or you be conscious that yes, okay, I have only 2 patients. If she is also coming, means it's better. So let her come. Okay. You cannot do anything because sometimes when you evaluate, people are frustrated that already they have done an extensive evaluation and already treatment was going on. Again, you are evaluating. Okay. So if they have that negative feeling about evaluation, it will worsen the symptoms. Okay, nocebo. So, and I can see that she is obese. She may have some varicose veins. So there may be metabolic issues. There may be what is called as either renal or maybe a chronic diabetic. Okay, so these kind of situations are likely. So make sure that your extent of examination cannot be beyond the patient's goals. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Right. So.
Right. So.
The same as an opposite one, college athlete, and then you have a young patient who uncomplicated and first time consulting you, totally different. Okay. Because we don't have a kind of cognitive affective. Okay. They are just cooperative. They just explain and they try to do the best. But if they switch between therapists, that means you know that they are likely to get more confused also. Okay, because one therapist telling one thing, and they might have taken an X-ray, so she'll be showing that X-ray. See my heel. Am I having calcaneal spur? Okay, so these kind of things will come. So central components more likely. That is also another issue to be tackled. Right.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right.
Right. So we're ready to close the session.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Nice session.
What Girish said. Potato.
So nice. So nice session, sir.
Nice session, huh?
Yes, sir.
आप क्या कर रहे हो nice session में?
So I was listening.
बताइए. Explanation अच्छा लगा, ये सब तो ठीक है. हाँ? आपका क्वेश्चन मुझे अच्छा लगना चाहिए. हाँ? आपका समरी, आप समराइज करना है सेशन में क्या क्या देखा.
Okay,
वो
sir.
मुझे अच्छा लगना चाहिए. या 4-5 पेशेंट्स के बारे में आप एक्सप्लेन करो, वो अच्छा लगना चाहिए. So that is important. Right?
Okay, sir.
So we'll meet again
Yes,
tomorrow for the medial tibial stress syndrome with the
Yes, sir.
high voltage shock treatment.
From Ritu ma'am.
Okay.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
stop
Yes,
the
sir.
recording and then